Everyone, it's Karma here giving you your weekly dose of Dollhouse, and today I will be recapping and giving my thoughts on Season 1, Episode 5 called True Believer. I'm going to start talking about Paul, the agent. He goes to his office and gets his boss to kind of look up some face recognition software on Coraline, who is the real Echo, who was the person who Echo was before she was a doll in the dollhouse. And it comes up blank. There is no proof that this girl ever existed. And his neighbor comes down to deliver some pills that he forgot. And she says, someone in the hallway asked me to give you this envelope. And in the envelope is the disc of Coraline when she was at college, I believe, just talking. So there is proof that she existed. It's the tape that I think we saw in the pilot. And the writing on the envelope is the same writing that was on the previous envelope he got. So whoever is sending him these messages is the same person. And that begs the question, who is this person sending him these clues about the dollhouse? Who is trying to give it away? That's what I'm wondering. But moving on quickly, Victor is they're all in the dollhouse again. And he is in the shower with Sierra. And he gets what Topher refers to as a man reaction. And I will let your imagination figure out what that is because I'm not going to go into it. And that's weird because that shouldn't be happening. Dolls they shouldn't be exhibiting that kind of behavior. That's as far as I'll go into it. So Amy Acker's character, whose name escapes me, but I'll have it in annotation, she says, well, he's been with Mrs. Lonely Hearts. That's been his... the person he's been with when he's imprinted for like the past, I believe it was 8 times. And she says, I warned against multiple imprinting because then things like this happen. And so they go and review all the tapes of his showering, and they see that he only gets man reactions when Sierra's there. So there's kind of an attraction there. And yeah, so they talk to Miss DeWitt about it, and she says that this needs to stop because it shouldn't be happening. And that's kind of as far as it goes, but it's proof positive that other dolls besides Echo are exhibiting the same behavior, the same humanic behavior outside of their imprints. So moving on to the bulk of the story. The beginning of the episode begins with a cult coming in, and they're singing, and it's kind of like Bobo Boy, if any of you remember that movie. And they have a list of things they need, and the guy who runs the gas station or whatever it is. So the federal agency gets involved, and they have to put Echo in with them, which Miss DeWitt, who runs the dollhouse, and Mr. Dominic, who is her second hand, aren't really loving the idea, but they have to have somebody that is a true believer go in, or else it's going to look like it's fake, and they're going to figure out what they're doing. So they're trying to shut this cult down. So, and Dominique establishes in this episode how much he really doesn't like Echo. He thinks she's exhibiting alpha-like behavior, so he really has a thing against her in this one. What they do is they make Echo blind, so that way they can install kind of a human camera. So whatever goes through her eyesight goes to a TV so the federal agents can see what's going on. But Echo can't see. She is blind because it's a kind of give and take thing. She can't see and have cameras at the same time. So she goes in to the cult, and she gets dropped off by Boyd because she believes she's a hitchhiker. And the guy who runs it is called Jonas, which reminds me of the Jonas Brothers, so I really couldn't take that seriously. And she says, you came to me in a vision and told me to come here and to help. And everyone's like, it's a miracle. Jonas is a little less believing, even though he runs the cult. And he puts flashlights in her eyes, and that causes the agency not to see what's going on because there's a light in the camera, like, yeah, could you see? No. So and he's trying to test to see if it's real, and he believes her. And then the agency sees on their screen that there's a bunch of guns in the room that she's in. It's basically an arson. And so they're like, okay, we're going to go in and take this down because now we have proof that what's going on shouldn't be. So Boyd calls Dominic, and he's like, I need to get a forced extraction. I need to get Echo out of there. And Dominic denies his request because he has a vendetta against Echo. So the agents go in when all of the rest of the cult plus Echo is in a room, and they trip a wire, and Jonas goes nuts because he blames Echo. He says, you brought these agents with you, you lied. He hits her, she falls to the ground, and then suddenly she can see again. It's a miracle. Okay, so she may be able to see again, but that means the agents can't see anything else. So they're basically been cut off from what's going on. So they're all in this room together, and long story short, Jonas gets somebody to light the building they're in on fire. He says, only the unrighteous will be, will die, we'll all be fine, just have faith. So everyone's sitting in there and they're scared, and the people outside are saying, the agents are out there saying, excuse me, the guy who runs the agency is saying, it might be a trick, we can't really believe it. And so Echo decides this is enough, so she knocks the guy out, and she says she knocks Jonas out. She says everybody needs to get out of here. If this really was the reason I can see again, it wasn't just to watch, it was to do something. This is a message from the big man upstairs. So they get everybody out of there. Dominic comes in an agent outfit, and he knocks Echo out. He thinks this will resolve the problem, but Boyd comes in and saves her. Echo's wiped, and she wakes up, and Amy Acker's character says, "Can you see? How's your vision, Echo?" And she looks at Dominic from atop, like, the dollhouse, and she says, "I can see perfectly," and she stares at him for a while, and that's the end of the episode. So once again, they leave us with that whole, she kind of knows what's going on, but not really. It was a good episode. The thing I love about this series, and I'm going to try to say it quickly, is that it pays really close attention to detail. These are like full out, like 50-minute episodes. It like blows my mind how much detail they put into an episode, how much they work on each character's backstory. The characters are very dynamic. They're not static at all. They're very dimensional, and that's such a good thing. And the thing is, with the series is that every episode keeps getting a little bit better, and that's good. It's not losing momentum, which it shouldn't in a new series has to keep that up. It's going up, so that's a really good thing. We still have questions. So yeah, those are my thoughts. It was a good episode. I liked it. And that's it. So I will see you Monday for Kyle XY. Please subscribe, rate, and comment. And that's it.